Welcome. Today we are discussing the blog post, Navigating Grief with Empathy, Supporting Loved Ones When Cancer Claims a Life.
Mhm.
We've looked through the research here, trying to pull out, the most compassionate but also really practical ways to stand by friends and family, especially after they've lost someone following a long illness like cancer.
Yeah, absolutely. Our goal today is really to think beyond that initial crisis period. We want to look at the long haul, that really arduous journey of loss after a cancer battle, because that kind of grief, it's different, isn't it?
It really
And we
is.
need specific ways to make sure our support is actually helpful, over time.
Okay, let's get into that. The source material is pretty clear this isn't, well, standard grief, if there even is such a thing. What makes loss after a long illness, particularly cancer, feel so distinct?
Well, a big part of it is something called anticipatory grief. The person who lost their loved one, they've likely been grieving for months, maybe even years already.
While also caregiving, often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Often full-time caregiving. So when the death finally happens, the emotions aren't just sadness. It's this really complex mix.
Mm.
You might feel disorientation, deep sadness, sure, but also sometimes relief.
Relief that the suffering is over. For everyone involved.
Right. Relief for the patient, but also for the caregiver. And that blend of feelings can be quite heavy. It's important we acknowledge all of that.
That makes total sense. Their exhaustion is just layered.
Yeah.
So when we approach someone in that situation, we often have this urge, to fix it, to make the pain go away.
Yes.
But the blog post really hammers home that just being present is way more powerful than trying to problem solve.
Absolutely. That's probably the most powerful thing you can offer. Just being there,
Yeah.
available to listen. And crucially, listening without judgment, without expecting them to feel a certain way.
And when they do talk, maybe avoiding those common platitudes.
Oh, definitely. We all hear them, don't we? Things like, they're in a better place now, or time heals all wounds.
Yeah, and even said with the best intentions, they can feel really dismissive, like you're minimizing what they're actually going through right now.
Exactly. It invalidates their current reality. So instead, maybe try acknowledging the whole picture, their struggle. Something simple like, I'm so sorry for your loss, or even, I'm just so sorry for everything you've both endured.
That acknowledges the long fight and the loss itself.
Right. And moving beyond words, practical help is it's essential. Because everyday tasks can feel absolutely overwhelming.
The classic, let me know if I can help, doesn't really work, does it?
No, because it puts the burden back on them. They're too exhausted to figure out what they need and ask for it.
Yeah.
We need to offer concrete, specific things.
Right. Like, think about those mundane jobs that suddenly feel impossible. Instead of just saying, I'll bring food, maybe organize a meal train. Or actually tell them.
Tell them what you're going to do. I'm coming over Tuesday morning to fold laundry. Or I can handle the school run this week. That kind of specific action is gold.
Yeah. And, if the moment feels right, maybe shifting to talking about the person they lost. The source mentioned sharing stories.
Yes, that can be such a beautiful way to offer support, keeping their memory alive.
But not making it about your grief, right? It's about the impact the person had.
Precisely. It's sharing something positive about them. Maybe remembering a funny story. Remember how your dad always told that silly joke at Christmas? Or something more impactful like, your mom wrote me this amazing recommendation letter for college years ago. It really changed things for me.
Ah, that's lovely. It honors who they were.
It does. And it connects to the bigger picture because, that initial flood of support, it tends to dry up pretty quickly after the funeral.
Yeah, after the first few weeks, maybe.
But the grief doesn't just stop. Often it actually deepens then. So supporting them for the long haul, that requires real sustained effort.
It can take months, even years, for people to find their footing again, so just checking in regularly. Maybe simple text.
Exactly. A quick message, months later saying, thinking of you today, no need to reply. Just lets them know they haven't been forgotten.
And also respecting their individual needs. Some people might want to talk all the time, others really need solitude we shouldn't push.
Or judge how long it's taking.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely be mindful of boundaries. If you're thinking about offering physical comfort, like a hug,
Always ask first.
always ask, would a hug feel okay right now? Respect their space.
This brings up a really important point, though. Supporting someone through this kind of intense grief, it takes a toll on the supporter, too.
Oh, absolutely. Compassion fatigue is very real, especially if you are also close to the person who died or the family. It's draining.
So you need to look after yourself as well.
You really do. Maintain your own boundaries, take breaks when you need them, maybe even seek some support for yourself. You know the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right?
And this kind of support, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay, so summing up, the key things seem to be sustained presence, offering very practical, concrete help, and respecting their own timeline, which is unpredictable. Your support, continuing over time, is what really matters.
Absolutely. And maybe one last thought.
Huh.
We often feel this pressure to fill silence,
Sure.
to always have the right words. But sometimes, honestly, the most profound support comes from just quiet companionship.
Just being there.
Yeah. If your friend is too exhausted or overwhelmed to talk, just sitting with them in silence, offering your steady presence, that can be incredibly validating. It shows you're there without demanding anything back.
That's powerful. Just remembering that your willingness to simply be present, even quietly, can be the greatest act of compassion.
We'll be back next time with another thought-provoking exploration of a topic that matters.